Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the different options for hanging frames, and there are several. Now our frame prints are going to come every size, from huge impressive art pieces on the wall down to something that's a little more demure that's going to sit on a desk, and we're going to talk about the different ways we're going to put these on the wall. So what I have here is a 16 by 24. This is the gallery black frame. On the back I have corner brackets. Another option is going to be the wire hanger, which is familiar to a lot of people. So we're going to talk about these one at a time, and then we're going to hang them on the wall and see how they're different. Here you go, magic hand. Now let's start with the smallest here, it being 8 by 12, 10 by 10 and smaller. It is going to have an easel back option. You can see that easel back is hard and it is part of the frame itself. All of these are going to be professionally backed and created. They're meant to be permanent heirlooms. They're not necessarily meant to be taken apart and have another photo put back in. So what we're going to start with here on the larger sizes is this here with the corner brackets. Now I don't know if we can get a zoom in on this guy here on this corner, because this is what I want to talk about. We get the most questions about these, but these are super versatile. I love these. So how these work is, if you listen, they have these little notches on it. This little bit up here is just how it's attached. You can ignore that. You're just literally going to put this on here like that. What's the point? The point is, people, you do not have to be perfectly level with your anchored screws or whatever it is that you put into the wall. So let's head over right now and we're going to do one at a time. Let's start with these corner brackets. Now we can see here that Mr. Genius did not really quite hit these level at all. Okay, but it's not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and just put this right on top. These corner brackets are going to sit on the nail here, and you see if I do it just like that, see how crooked that is? Oh, disaster. No, negative disaster. If I just tweak this up on those corner brackets, I'm too close to see if I'm level, but that's all you have to do. And again, this is going to have a little air between it to breathe off of the wall. With the corner bumpers on the bottom, and then of course those corner brackets on the top. These are probably my favorite. Definitely check these out. And now let's head back and let's take a look at the wire hanger. So now let's take a look at the wire hanger. The wire hanger is probably what's most familiar to people, and we're always going to see the paper backing and then the wire hanger attached outside of that. One little thing I want to say about wire hangers is these are going to be hand wound, right? So if you're hanging a bunch in succession at the same height, just make sure you do your measurements, do your due diligence so that you have the proper distance, right, with this wire hanger. Otherwise, they're super easy to hang and super easy to tweak, right, because it's a wire hanger going across. So let's take a look on the wall. So here generally, it's going to depend on how large an art piece you have. If you have a really big horizontal piece, you may do a top center and then two to the side that are a little bit lower, but in this case it's not necessary. We're just going to do one hanging point here. And so the beauty of this is I can pop this onto the wall here, and once I do, I can stand back and go, wait, the level needs to go like that, and get it where I need it to go. Again, these are going to have those bumpers on the bottom because it's going to come out a little bit from the wall from the wire hanger, and that's going to keep it even with a little bit of float off of the wall. So there's your wire hanger, probably the easiest thing to do, a little more precise with those corner brackets, and of course for the small ones, you've got the easel backs that you can plop on your desk or table.